Welcome to the CSC, guys. This is Aztec, and today I'm going to go ahead and switch things up a little bit. I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite YouTubers. I'm going to drop some names here today. I'm going to tell you why I like them. There may be a couple critiques in the mix, but like I've said before, I'm not someone that likes to hurt people. I don't want to break someone down. I just want to be as positive as possible here today as I talk about other people and their channels. So if that sounds like something that you'll be interested in, go ahead and keep watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe for more. And of course, I have my trusty phone here today. I'm going to have some notes here and things. Also, later on at the end of the video, I want to go ahead and talk about Bitcoin and something a lot of people aren't talking about right now. So go ahead and stay tuned for that as well. So first of all, I'm just going to go down the list. I have some of my YouTube people here, and we're just going to go ahead and talk about them. So as you guys know, I'm huge on using all of my tools. I don't just do TA. I do TA, I do FA. I look at all the different tools that are out there to go ahead and do my FA, fundamental analysis, and basically research. And there's all kinds of things in the crypto world that are extremely important: Twitter, Telegram, just to name a few. So, but something that is very important is, of course, TA. It's respected because many people follow it, and of course, they are making the same actions together, which does move the market in its own right. So someone that I personally like, I do my own TA. I use TradingView, but I really like to always stay open-minded, always keep learning. And someone that I personally learn from, someone that I can definitely say, I recommend checking this guy out. His channel's The Moon, and of course, I'm the type of person, I'm a straight shooter. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think, and I don't mind referring you to other people because, of course, you're probably, people on other channels do things different, and there's something else that you may be able to learn and add that to your own repertoire. And if that helps you, I'm happy. That's all that I care about. I'm not selling anything to you guys. I don't have a Telegram. I'm not, I don't have subscription type things. Everything I tell you is just my opinion. So, if this helps you, I hope it does. But The Moon basically is phenomenal at TA. He brings in all kinds of interesting tidbits about investing also, and it talks about the stock market and different bubbles, and he really brings the big picture of TA and brings in a little fundamental analysis into the picture. So he's my favorite TA guy. He's I'd have to say he's most like me because he's entirely unbiased. He's not a bear. There's a lot of TA people out there that they're either Bitcoin maximalists, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I think you can miss things, if you're a Bitcoin maximalist. It's just my opinion, guys. And also, there's, a lot of TA people on YouTube world that are just bears. They really just want to short the crap out of Bitcoin. They want Bitcoin to fall. And they won't tell you guys that. They will tell you, hey, I want Bitcoin to succeed, but, they really just, which is fine. I'm not hating anyone's hustle, but, I personally like to subscribe, and I have, I hold in highest regards people that are basically unbiased, that really are more prone to not miss things based on, some type of bias. So The Moon's really great. He actually gives a bearish and bullish perspective. So anyways, The Moon, he's great for TA. Also, CryptoBitcoinChris, if you're looking for standard news, this guy pumps out tons of articles. He really doesn't miss a beat. He's great for just my day-to-day news. CryptoBitcoinChris is awesome. I know that some people say that Suppoman is a shill, but I totally disagree. I respectfully disagree. I really think that his channel is amazing. The reason I like his channel is because he will take time to develop PowerPoints to explain why coins are going to move. He has opinions on coins, and he gives you research, and he makes PowerPoints for people. He takes a lot of time to develop these videos. He has a really interesting channel. So, I mean, one video that I found pretty interesting recently was where he was talking about different types of coins that you can actually stake, and you receive, like for instance, like VeChain, and you receive coin for having the or tokens for having the coin. So he showed, I think it was like 5 different coins that are really great, and he gave his predictions on those coins, and he backed it up with research. And I love that. If you can back something up, you're not just, in my opinion, if you do research and you're giving more than just an opinion, that's hardly that. How could you say that's shilling? Sure, you have that. There's a big difference between having bags of something and saying, well, I'm really bullish on this, and saying, hey, I'm really bullish on this, and here's why. I mean, that's hard to say someone's a shill. So I got a lot of respect for his videos. Let's see, who else here? I do like to watch CNBC, just because they have they go to different countries around the world, and you kind of get to see perspective of different markets and different projects, and he does do a lot of interviews with some really big people, so that's kind of interesting. I do take any big news type agencies, I take their news with a grain of salt, but I do find his interesting. I think that which I consider myself to be a very all-around type trader. I do all kinds of different trades. So I feel that if you want to be all around and you want to be able to make money in different ways, it's also good to have an all-around base to your research. So just an interesting thing to look at. Let's see, Crypto Love. If you're looking for someone that is very upbeat, seems to have a good picker. He picks some interesting projects, safe bets. If you're looking for someone like that, and you're looking for someone that's upbeat in crypto, this guy is your guy. He's also fun. He's funny. He's an interesting guy. Keep you entertained. I like him. Let's see, who else here? Crypto Lark is also pretty interesting. I find him to be interesting because he gets pretty philosophical. He's not just talking about coins and stuff. He kind of breaks things down. He's almost like a Matt Beasley, which is another channel and artist on YouTube that kind of get deeper into almost like a talk show in a way, and they're pretty interesting. If you're looking for that, I'd say Crypto Lark, he kind of puts his videos out throughout the day, and Matt Beasley's like a late night guy, at least in the States. So if you're looking for time frames, then those are kind of like your day and night type guys for philosophical talks, and they seem to be like just straight shooters. They're interesting guys. So I probably missed some channels here, but to be honest, I don't want to say any names with this one, but there's another trader out there that I respect his TA, but I think he does miss some things because he's, in my opinion, he's a bear. So other than that, those are my main YouTubers there. So go ahead and check them out if you want to go ahead and find a different perspective to what I bring, and also different types of videos. They really have they break things down in their own ways, and I find them really interesting. But yeah, on to Bitcoin. So something that a lot of people aren't talking about right now is, a lot of people are talking about the ETFs. A lot of people are talking about backed. Morgan Stanley just popped up in the news. But something that a lot of people aren't talking about is India. So of course, I put in a position in August. I bought Ncash at a dip, and it's basically because I took profits. I'm still green. If I wouldn't have taken profits on Ncash, I would have lost money. But India, that's India's biggest project. I would say it would be Ncash. So I find it interesting. But beyond Ncash, just India itself. It's really interesting because currently their Supreme Court is they have an ongoing case, and it's in regards to the RBI, basically the Bank of India, that has basically kind of outlawed the Indian people to be able to buy and sell crypto with their bank accounts, which has really, unfortunately, held a lot of people back from being able to get involved, investing, and it's basically hurt the market in India. But they're basically talking about trying to reverse this. It's actually been ongoing. They've been talking about it since the 12th or the 13th. Actually, probably earlier of September. But anyways, the latest on this story is they're talking about wanting to reverse this, ban or whatever you want to call it. And the next time they're going to be talking about it through the courts is on the 17th. Basically, the reason why it's been kind of like an ongoing thing is because the court has many cases that they're addressing, and because they have to move on to other cases, the topic has to be discussed at a later date. So 17th is a big day for me. I know you got the ETFs coming soon, but I'm just throwing out the date because I would like you guys to do your own research on India and get your own take on this. My personal opinion is that if India was to allow, reverse their stance, then that would be a huge flood of people moving into crypto, which would definitely benefit Bitcoin and in general, maybe some other altcoins, and possibly Ncash, due to it being the major coin there or project in India. So, but another side of that story is if it's again just denied and they go to the status quo, that could drive. I could see the news outlets trying to flood Bitcoin in general, and that it could always be some sort of excuse for the market and the whales to take some type of negative action at that point. So I just find the 16th, 17th, 18th kind of probably an interesting time period. Of course, 17th being the next time they're going to discuss, the crypto story. But yeah, guys, I find it really, really interesting because India has a lot of hidden wealth, and if that wealth can be added to this market, it really could be extremely powerful if it's initiated correctly. So look out for that. Go ahead and look into that. Of course, we got the ETFs coming at the end of the month. That decision pretty much it could happen at any time. You know, that decision with the CBOE. You know, you have backed in November, so I really don't care. You know, something negative could come out of India, something negative could come out of the ETF story, but there's a lot more stories and a lot of bullish things going on to keep this market, in my opinion, above 6K. Like I've said in the past, the 6K area I believe is the bottom. In my very first videos back in August, I was explaining, I called this as being what I think to be the bottom. I've given different reasons throughout the videos that I've made of why I believe it's the bottom. And it's interesting because people have recently also, big people like Tika, he was on Glenn Beck's show, and he said that this was the bottom, and that was in August. Recently, Mike Novogratz also said that this was the bottom. So some big names are now putting their names on the line, saying that this is the bottom. You know, so buys right. If you're buying in right now, that could be if this is the bottom. You know, you potentially could make a lot of money in the future because whenever the bull run comes, you know, you could see your coin or token, you know, just shoot up. So anyways, guys, that's a couple things I wanted to share here. Go ahead and tell me who your favorite YouTuber is. If you disagree with any of the YouTubers you know, that I said today that were my favorites, go ahead and tell me about that. I'm definitely interested to know who you guys are watching, because maybe I can learn something. I'm always trying to learn. I never want to say that, you know, this is the only way and this is the right way. I want to be someone that's continually learning. You know, I've been in this space for a really long time, but I never want to get to a place where I'm complacent and think that I know everything, because I personally think that that's where I would fail at that point. I would lose. So, yeah, tell me who you guys are watching. Tell me what you think about India. If you see any other catalysts in the market that seem to be, you know, could push Bitcoin up or down, go ahead and comment below. Tell me what you guys think about those catalysts, and maybe that's something that I haven't even seen. So yeah, I'd like to learn from you guys, talk to you guys and everything. So yep, take it easy, guys. Hope you have a good one.